Hey everyone, it's Sarah. It's been a little while since I've done an update, so I thought I would do a quick anxiety vlog. It's been wild times. We happen to live in Kirkland, Washington, and if you've been following the news, you know that Kirkland is basically the epicenter for coronavirus in the US. So, what does that mean? That means that we live less than a mile from Evergreen Hospital, and that's the place where all of the sick people have been going. We live just up the hill from Toda of Kirkland, which is where there was another case. Between where we live and my parents live is the nursing home, Life Care in Kirkland, where all the sick people have been. So it really is right here. It really can happen anywhere. And we're trying to take the right precautions. So it's not required, but highly recommended that we work from home. So both my husband and I work for the same company, and they've said we'd prefer you work from home. So we did that on Thursday and then him on Friday. And as far as we know, that's the plan for this next week. We don't know how long it's going to continue. We could go to work, but most of the services aren't there. And I think that's really the intent, is to get people out of work. We just picked up a little bit of extra food. No, we didn't go to Costco. We got rid of our Costco membership a little while ago. And no, we didn't go crazy on toilet paper. We have a subscription, so that and paper towels and dish soap come when at a regular cadence. So that's not really what's up with us. But why am I even talking about it? So neither my husband nor I are at higher risk. He takes a mild immunosuppressant drug, but he's healthy. I'm healthy. We're both dealing with a cold or seasonal allergies because everything's blooming very early this year. So that's happening. So I was sniffing yesterday and someone was looking at me funny, but I wanted to say, no, that's not even a symptom. But it is a real thing. And the thing is there are people who are at higher risk. My parents are in that higher risk group, not the highest risk, but moderate risk. But I have friends and colleagues who are immunocompromised, or they might be taking care of a parent or a loved one who's immunocompromised. We have friends who are pregnant or who have newborns. They're at higher risk. So the way that I'm looking at it is, how do you be smart about it? It's upsetting to hear people say that it's fake, because it's not fake, it's real. You couldn't drive down the road and see all of the people that are evacuating from the assisted living care center right now. And I don't know, I guess I try to assume the best in people, and people are a little panicked. People are a little scared. They want to take care of themselves and their families, and they're doing the best that they know how. So as long as no one's hurting anyone else, then I try to assume the best intent. The other thing that people haven't talked about, so of course people who are at higher risk, and it's not just the old and the young, it's anyone who's immunocompromised, but it's what it's like to go through this with mental illness. And to me, coronavirus is triggering just like a lot of other things are triggering. So it took years for me to be able to fly without being upset. And a plane is so safe. You'd have to fly for something like 500,000 years to statistically be in a plane crash every day for 500,000 years. I would like to live a long time. It's probably not going to be that long. But still, when the plane wobbles and shakes, I get nervous, even though turbulence, that's not what causes planes to crash. It's an annoyance most of the time. But that's what generalized anxiety disorder is. It's being triggered by something and feeling a threat that's disproportionate to the actual threat. And I think we've all felt this. If you're a little nervous getting up in front of a crowd, if you have a big presentation that you're worried about, if you're meeting someone for the first time, we all know what that feels like. But I had realized end of last week that, gosh, you know what? This kind of constant state of awareness and constant state of thinking about it is weighing on me. So what I've been doing is just finding something positive to do every day. I started doing a jigsaw puzzle. I've been working out. Thank goodness we have the basement. Doing a lot of reading. So I went to the library and picked up a bunch of books. Today I went painting with a friend. And so there's just things that I've been doing both of us had a bunch of work travel canceled, and this was primarily international travel. At this point, the concern, I think, is getting back into the country if things were to change, and we don't know. And from a work perspective, that's not something, they don't want to have to repatriate people. Because I knew a lot of folks when the volcanoes erupted in Iceland about 10 years ago that got stuck on the wrong side of the Atlantic. So that was a pain. So those trips have been canceled. We're looking forward to a couple of trips. I had planned a solo trip to Oahu, which I did last year and was really good for me and my anxiety because doing solo travel puts me a little bit on edge, but I knew it was going to be a safe on edge. So husband's coming along. He pushed back initially, but since his trip to visit his family was canceled and that was part of a work trip, he wasn't going to be doing anything. And so he agreed that maybe some time in the sun would be restful and relaxing. And then my little sister, who turned 15, we are going to New York for her spring break in April. And then my sister-in-law and her husband are coming at the same time. So we do have some things coming up that I'm looking forward to. But for me, I'm really trying to lean into patience because that's not a virtue of mine at all. And this, I feel very stuck, and I don't want to feel stuck. I want to feel grounded and rooted. So I need to feel out that patience and that contentment of where I am. The other update on my anxiety is all the anxiety medication. So I am proud to say that as of last night, I am fully through the Fetsima titration. So I'm off my evening dose. So that it went a lot better than I thought, which was good. The challenge is that the new medication still makes me sick to my stomach, feeling pretty nauseous. And peppermint, ginger, all that stuff, it doesn't go away. So I am going to get in touch with my psychiatrist tomorrow to see if I can try, I need to titrate off the morning dose of the Fetsima. And so the Trintellix is what I'm taking now, which is one of the newest gens of antidepressants and anxiety medication. So I'm going to try Vibrid, I hope. I think he'll say yes. So try the Vibrid to see if that has negative side effects. And to tie this back to the beginning, it takes 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes 6 to 8, to understand how these drugs are going to impact your body. So I'm also dealing with kind of a higher level of generalized anxiety at a time when the medication is a little bit in flux. So all of this to say is that I hope you take care of yourself and one another. That if you're feeling a little freaked out right now, that's okay. That's how you're designed. Humans are designed to be vigilant. That's how when we heard that rustling in the bushes, we thought tiger. Instead of, oh, I wonder what that is. That's why we're here. We survived. We were selected for that. So just know that sometimes your mind plays tricks on you, and just to recognize as much as you can that you're in it. And to know a little bit of fear is what keeps you safe. You don't need to hoard toilet paper. Buy a little bit extra if it makes you feel good. But just really, this is a time for us to connect and support one another, whether you're dealing with physical illness or impairment, mental illness, or you're just a little freaked out. Be kind to people. Yeah, be kind to people and be kind to yourself. So that was a longer than a short update that I had anticipated, but I'm wishing you a good, blessed week and hope to come back with another good anxiety update soon. All right, bye.